ワールドキング漢字 on YouTube.
Hey guys, welcome to another video on World King Kanji, and we have got a very special guest for you today because this time it's not actually a normal person I've actually collaborated with. This time it's a newcomer that I'm collaborating with. So Dragon Ball Dad, want to say hi?
Hey everybody, great to be here. Channel I've watched for a while now, so I'm hyped to talk to you guys some Dragon Ball.
Yeah, so obviously today it's a bit difficult with everybody being at KamehaCon, so sad bunch of us stuck here, not going. Oh. But still, what we're going to do is we're going to try and fill the void for you guys because a lot of your content creators aren't going to be uploading due to the fact that they're at KamehaCon. So today we're talking about what do we want from Freeza in the upcoming movie, because we can all be sure that he's going to do something of impact. We're aware that in the Tournament of Power he was built up to such an extent, the way that they broadcast him, he was like the second biggest player. It could have gone any way through the way that Dragon Ball Super had built it. You could have had Goku and Vegeta doing all of this. But instead they had Goku and Freeza doing all of this. So obviously he's going to play some form of role in the future. And we can assume with this upcoming film being about Saiyans, it's probably going to be a good time for Freeza to shine his shoes and get in there. So, Dragon Ball Dad, Mark, what do you fancy from Freeza in this upcoming movie?
Well, we all know Toriyama likes to make his bad guys into good guys, and I really hope that's not the case here. I want Freeza to stay evil, but maybe be forced to work with Goku and the gang because the threat's so big. That would make more sense than him to transition fully, kind of how Piccolo did. And also what's interesting about this film is it's got two stories from two different timelines, and Frieza's got a lot of history with the Saiyans, so we don't know if it's going to be Frieza now who's fitting in, or Frieza from the past and his past dealings with the Saiyans, or both. Maybe someone from the past is showing up and he's going to pretty much think, why is Freeza now hanging around with Saiyans?
Yeah, it's an interesting thought to kind of throw out there, because I mean, we have been told that the new film is going to take part in both the present and the past, or it's at least going to be digging up things from the past. We can't be too certain exactly how it means. It's very early on, but we do know that Toriyama has been working on this script since May last year, which means that we've got plenty of time for him to be thinking of what he wanted to do with Freeza, which why it makes even more sense that if he knew what he wanted to do with Freeza, it would make sense the way he'd build him up in the Tournament of Power, therefore he would have more an integral role in the movie. With it being about Saiyans, it's got to have something to do with Freeza. Whether he'd be a good guy or not, it's tough, man, because like they kind of put him across as if he was going to turn into a good guy. I remember specifically stating that regardless of whatever happens with Freeza, we'll never see him chill out with the others at Capsule Corp. And blow me, what happened in the very closing moments of Dragon Ball Super? We saw them all at Capsule Corp. Freeza was there amongst them. And then later on, obviously, it kind of split off and you saw him in space saying the Emperor of the Universe has returned. But it's tough to know exactly whether Frieza's intentions are still evil. He said they were going to be, but that's exactly what Piccolo and Vegeta have said all this time as well.
Yeah, Goku has that influence on people where they kind of just want to keep the rivalry going. They don't want to defeat him because they don't have that kind of target to aim for. And I don't know if Frieza's been kind of sucked into this who can be stronger kind of battle. I mean, with Mastered Ultra Instinct being kind of wrote out that you can't access it anymore, Frieza now becomes one of the most powerful characters that are going to be in the film, because I don't think Jiren and the like are going to be involved. I think it's mainly going to be Universe 7. So that promotes Freeza already, as well as Goku being downgraded. So we don't actually know who's stronger at the moment, Vegeta or Goku, with Vegeta having the blue evolution long tidal transformation and Goku having the Kaioken, no Ultra Instinct. So Frieza's probably around the same level as them two, so he's going to be really prevalent in the film.
Yeah, well, I mean, I think the thing is, whether they're kind of written out Zenkai boosts or not, they are still quite prevalent in the series. I mean, we know that Goku Black was utilizing them whilst during that arc to get stronger and stronger and stronger, and effectively that you can kind of headcanon into how Trunks was getting stronger and stuff during the that arc as well. So with the idea of that being in place, the Zenkai boost that Goku and Vegeta may have received in the Tournament of Power would have really like shot them forward exponentially, fighting somebody like the likes of Jiren. Frieza not having the Zenkai boosts is something that's kind of, it really puts it out there, because we didn't get a whole lot of display from Freeza to show how strong he was. The only thing we really saw how strong he was when we saw him fight Goku before the Tournament of Power. Now that made him look a lot stronger than we'd originally thought he would be. But in the Tournament of Power, besides from getting the strategic jump over people. He actually got his ass handed to him quite a few times.
Yeah, we know he perfected the golden form, but we never really saw that explored. But the thing is with Freeza, he only needs to train for a week and he's going to get some ridiculous boost.
Yeah,
So,
that's true.
I mean, I think for me, the film will probably focus around Goku, Vegeta, and Frieza as the main kind of cast, because with the enemy having to be stronger than what we've seen before, there's not really many in Universe 7 who are going to be able to compete unless they've got kind of henchmen. Hope they do have henchmen to keep everyone involved. They like to see the full cast involved. Like they were in Resurrection of F, that was one of the good things in that movie.
That was one of the nice things about it, is because for quite a long time we got to see them fighting off the henchmen and stuff, Frieza soldiers, the Frieza Force. We got to see them all being decked out by the normal people, like, that are usually sort of cast aside for these things. So we even got the humor as, like, no, I didn't bring Yamcha and all this kind of stuff because I didn't think he could handle it. And, like, that kind of stuff made the movie much more fun and special to watch. Now, the fact that it's about Saiyans, there was a rumor, I think it was early last year, may have been just a year. Yeah, it was early last year when we found out that they were possibly working on a movie of the Saiyan origin featuring Yamoshi and all these things, which was the way that the thing that was rumored at the time. It did rumor also in the same set of things that Universe 6 may be getting a shine in this as well. So Universe 6 could be getting a shine in this as well. But the problem is, we don't know. Having found out that Toriyama designed Caulifla because Toei wanted a female Broly to try and, like, you know, spice things up. We don't know how invested in Universe 6 Saiyans that Toriyama actually is. So, would he go out of his way to write them? To have these interesting things going on in the movie? It's hard to tell.
I hope so. I think if it's going to be about Saiyans, it would make a lot of sense to have it on Planet Sidel. After all the kind of build-up of Vegeta wanting to go there, maybe they could go there and the threat shows up there. So Goku and Vegeta have to team up with Cabba, Khalifa, Kale, those kind of characters. But I don't know how Frieza could be written into that universe. That would be where the difficulty comes. That's why I kind of think it has to be in the Universe 7 scope.
Well, I mean, we don't necessarily know that if the Universe 6 participants would be involved, that it wouldn't necessarily have to take part in their universe. You know, if there was a way that Universe 7 could go into Universe 6, there's an equal way that Universe 6 could come into Universe 7. And I think, yes, I agree that it would make sense with Vegeta's aspiration to go and meet the king and all this kind of stuff. It would make sense. However, it's difficult to know whether that is what they'll do with it. Because that, to me, sounds more like a filler episode with Vegeta going over there, like taking his family over there or something, and then erecting a statue of Vegeta and then renaming their planet Vegeta and all this kind of stuff. You know, I could see that being like a special episode, but I don't see it happening in the film.
We do know we're getting to see a new planet, which is pretty cool.
Well, yeah, at least one new planet. Yeah, so it could be pretty cool. I mean, like, whether that's actually the barren ice wasteland that we've kind of like seen in the trailer, I don't know. I'm still throwing my ideas up to whether I actually think that Saiyan is the main bad guy or what, because I mean, like, what if it's from Universe 6 and the Saiyan shouldn't inherently be evil?
Yeah, that's completely true. I'm presuming that it's going to be something that connects through time, so it's going to be someone from the past showing up again. That's why I think there'll be two timelines, but I may be completely wrong on that. I can't see why else they would use two, though. Yeah,
and the thing that I don't buy is the fact that Goku is a Saiyan himself. I really don't. I'm kind of tired of the storyline that all Saiyans that turn up are going to like immediately hate Goku, and I'm tired of the good guy Saiyans, like, or the good guy villains or antagonists turning up and Goku just kind of being like, I want to spar with you, sort of thing. I am tired of that too. You know what I mean? Like, I just kind of, I don't know what I want out of this, but I'm kind of done with Saiyans. I know that sounds awful, but, like, I'm not that interested in Yamoshi's backstory or anything like that. I've never been too bothered about it. Like, you know, when the dragon first started speaking about the Super Saiyan God, I was just like, ugh, okay, alright. You know, it was like, okay, well, this is an excuse to get Divine Key set up and stuff, so that's fine, I understand that. But when everyone was like, I want to know more about Yamoshi, and I was like, I really don't. I don't know, you can't do too much without retconning it, you know what I mean?
Yeah, taking it in a new direction would be refreshing, but we already know that they kind of like to give us things that sell, and they know that sayings sell. Exactly what you just said about Khalifa and Kale's involvement, the Broly being brought back to sell figures. I hope there's not a lot of that kind of thing going on. They have told us going to be some fan service, but I hope it's not just for marketing. I hope it's actually for good storytelling.
Yeah, no, I hear what you're saying, and I think that the fact of the matter is, like, I really would like Freeza to be doing something along the lines of, yeah, I know you don't want him to be a good guy. I kind of feel like the only other things they could explore with Frieza's character without just rehashing everything he's done before would be to make him a protagonist.
Yeah.
Otherwise, haven't we seen everything Freeza can do? We've had him in a couple of arcs now. He's come back countless times. And it's just, I don't know, I'm kind of done with villainous Freeza, and I think Toriyama is as well. I mean, like, he could have picked any villain, but it made sense to do the thing with Freeza that he's done if he had something in mind for him. So I think it's time to sort of look at protagonist Freeza.
I just like to see Freeza turn good in kind of a natural, progressive way if he's going to become a good guy, rather than it being kind of... I don't like them just changing for no reason. Something needs to come up. Maybe Freeza is challenged so much by this new scene and Goku has to rescue him or something that it influences him to kind of see a new respect towards Goku. Just something big rather than just a kind of Frieza's just good now.
Yeah, I hear what you're saying, because I mean the thing is that we already know is that Frieza already is, like, he does respect Goku already. I mean that's why he gave him the energy in the Tournament of Power. And so due to that, we know that he does respect him. We know that he remembers the things that Goku has done for him in respect to him. So I don't think it will take too much to push him over that bad guy to good guy transitional aspect, especially after being given a life from Beerus because he did so well in the tournament. But yeah, so we'll just have to see how it goes. But I think the next step in Frieza's character development is to be a protagonist, or at least that part of Vegeta protagonism where he's like, semi-good guy, semi-bad guy, don't really know what to expect out of him, but let's hope we can trust him stuff. Because that was fun during the Androids arc.
Yeah, I think it really worked for Freeza in the Tournament of Power as well. So if they keep him kind of on the scale, is he going to betray us? Is he going to stick with us again? Because that really worked in the Tournament of Power. And
it did, but they did it a few too many times.
Yeah, but it's Dragon Ball. We do like kind of repetitive things.
Yeah. All right, then. Well, guys, I hope you enjoyed this discussion. I hope it gave you a bit of fuel for thought. And if you've got any ideas yourselves of what you expect from Freeza in this new film or what you want from him, feel free to leave us a comment in the comment section down below and tell us what you want from him. Guys, I hope you enjoyed this. So go and subscribe to Dragon Ball Dad. Check out all of his content. He uploads quite a lot, considering the fact he's a Dragon Ball full-time dad. You know what I'm saying? But
yeah, the kids are involved, though. Like then. Sorry about that, guys, by the way.
It's all right. I'll try and edit some of that out. Don't worry. But anyway, guys, so yeah, hope you enjoyed it. Go check out Dragon Ball Dad's channel and come back in future, and I'm sure you'll see us both collaborating again in the future. See you later, guys. Bye!